So, this particular video, I'm going to talk about the smear campaign. And I'm going to teach you guys something that they never told you. Nobody ever told you. No psychologist, no medic, no coach. I will teach you something that nobody ever told you. Now, when you have gone through a discard, a narcissistic discard, separation with the narcissist, you guys know that. The narcissist is going to go ahead of you and they're going to smear your name. Okay? So they run to people, uncles, aunties, family, mutual family members, mutual friends, mutual workmates. And they are going to start up a smear campaign against you. Now, the smear campaign is intended to discredit you, okay? So because you see, these are dysfunctional people, individuals. So the smear campaign helps them to be able to control the situation, okay? So they want to look everybody, they want to make everybody think. They want you to look crazy in front of everyone. So they want everybody to believe that you are the problem. So that is why they call it a smear campaign, because they are hopping from person to person and they're going out there tarnishing your name, saying all sorts of rubbish. And for a person who is not awakened, the smear campaign is a very painful thing. They don't even know how to deal with it. It's a very painful thing because all the people that you used to know, everybody turns against you. For me, the smear campaign was difficult in the job that I did, okay? One of the jobs I left. That was very hard because now you see, you have all these members that you even never spoke to. And all of them now, they are thinking that you have a problem. There's a problem with you. Just because somebody wants to get you fired. So they set up this smear campaign against your name. They want to discard you. A smear campaign can happen before the discard, but also sometimes after the discard. Now, on the 3D, that is what you see. Somebody smearing your name, somebody trying to destroy your name, somebody putting all these accusations on you and stuff like that. But what is really happening spiritually? Before we even come to that, I've told you guys, when a person is smearing your name, do not defend yourself. Do not be tempted to defend yourself. Do not be tempted to defend yourself, because when you defend yourself, people are going to look at you like a crazy person. Look at them defending. Because that time, especially in the first 3 months, the narcissist has said all sorts of garbage. They have put everything on your name. And regardless of what you're going to say, it will not matter. Nobody will believe you. Family members will be like, look at them. They come around and they're defending themselves. They're looking stupid. You're going to look stupid. Do not defend yourself. Even on the physical, 3D level, when you defend yourself, like I've said, you're going to look very stupid, because now you're trying to fight this big mouthing and bad mouthing they have done against your name. So people, they will not look at you like, see you like serious. The thing what you do, even before you go into the spiritual, what you do, you have to stay quiet and you have to stay in your authentic nature. Let me say this slowly one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Stay quiet. When you hear things, don't react. The enemy wants you to react. Do not react. That kind of garbage, you're going to hear it from people. Friends, whatever, family, you're going to hear that garbage. Do not react. Don't say a thing. Stay as quiet as you can. Now, that smear campaign nonsense normally fades within a period of about 3 months. Because you see, When you stay in your authentic nature, there is those people that know you in that bad image. Now, those people are going to continue watching you. You know, they're behind the scenes. They are somewhere there watching you. Okay? They are trying to confirm if whatever they have told them about you is true. So they are trying to get confirmation. But you see, the thing is, when you stay true to yourself and authentic to yourself, you are going to realize a shift in energy. Because you see, those people are waiting to see that version of you that they have told them. In those first 3 months, this is why I'm telling you, those first 3 months are very important. They are waiting to see that version of you that the narcissist has told them. But now, they are realizing that you're completely different from the person that they've told them. You know, the person came around and told them that, oh, that person is foolish. They are this or they are that. So now they're trying to smear your name. But at the same time, they're now starting to realize that you have no problem, you know. You're still moving authentically. They don't see anything dirty on your name. They're now starting to realize the truth. Okay? And eventually, a lot of people are going to figure out you have never been a problem from day one. People are going to figure out that most of the things that have been said against your name, they are not true. They will start figuring it out. They might not usually come out and go against that knock or whatever, but they're going to figure out that this person, they told us they are this, but they are seeing the complete opposite of that person. So now that's when they are going to start to doubt whatever it is they've been told about you. So it's why I've told you guys that those kind of campaigns, they start fading out between 3 and 6 months. So that's when you start to see a shift in energy because you are still moving authentically. Okay? They told you that you wasn't good at work or whatever it is. Maybe sometimes they sacked you from job or they fired you from work. Now you've gone out there and you've got even a bigger place in another company. Now these people are thinking that if that person wasn't good, how come that they have been given another job in a very big company? So now things are starting to shift. And all these people that they have told about the BS about you, they are starting to see the truth for what it is. Now let us go on the spiritual side of the smear campaign. When a person smears your name, pay close attention, guys. When a narcissist smears your name, there is something you need to understand. They are offloading a certain amount of energy from you. Let me say this again one more time. When a person smears your name, what they are doing spiritually, because they are talking about things you know nothing about, things you haven't done, they are spoiling your name. They are mentioning, they are throwing dirt on your name and spoiling your name to whoever cares to hear or listen. What is happening spiritually, those people, they are offloading a certain amount of energy from you to them. It may not be a while before you start realizing those people who went and smeared your name everywhere, they're starting to suffer. You know, chosen ones, I've told you something. There's nothing you need to worry about. These things you didn't know because you wasn't awakened. There was no information out there. I'm the one telling you this. Anybody that smears your name and they have thrown dirt on your name for things you didn't do, things you didn't say, you 100% know you're innocent. Nothing you did. Nothing wrong you did. Those people, they are offloading a certain amount of energy from you to themselves. That is where you're going to see that energy. It will start to hit them very hard, where it hurts the most. A person might have been smearing your name because they wanted you to get fired. And now what is happening? They're the ones losing the job. All of a sudden, they have been fired from the work. That thing happened to me There's a country I used to work many years ago. So there was this guy. So he was supposed to drive. He was supposed to drive us to work. Okay, it was a distance of about 45 minutes. So this guy picks us from work, drives us, and drops us to the workplace. He was also a driver, so we were 4 of us. But I noticed a very negative energy. Whenever I would sit in the car, he would start to make remotes, those, what do they call them? Remarks. He would make these remarks, say something. Sometimes you could see that he was trying to push my buttons, okay? So to make me feel some kind of a way. And also to get the other team, the other workmates on board, okay? They want to get everybody on board so that everybody will stand behind them. Oh, look at the way you shaved your head. Look at the way you do. Look at your beard. Look at this. Sometimes maybe even if I'm 1 minute late, there's going to be a complaint from the whole journey, like from the beginning to the end until we reach the work. The guy is going to be talking. Everybody's going to be laughing and making a joke with me and stuff like that. That thing happened. I was about 20 years old. So I started to feel very bad in that work. I started to feel very bad. So when it comes to work, ladies and gentlemen, we can talk about these stories. We can finish. I can tell you about these stories for the whole week. I have seen everything what it involves work. Is the reason as to why you see I have closed any form of work. I do not work for anybody. I have refused to work for anybody. Is it a coincidence that when I stopped working for people, my life became better? It's not a coincidence. There's no such a thing as coincidence. This guy, he smeared my name for quite a while. That thing took about 2 weeks. Every time I popped into the car, they would start. Because by the time I get into the car, all the other members are already inside the car. So now they've already been talking, So I was the only black man in that time in the group. I was the only black man in the group. By the time I would get into the car, they have already started talking. So by the time I step into the car, everybody starts laughing. So I started to become like a laughing subject. That thing went on for 2 weeks, like I'm telling you guys. Can I tell you that in a period of 2 weeks, I'm not even sure that thing took more than 10 days. I don't remember. It's a very long time ago. Can I tell you guys, can I surprise you? One day, one morning like that, I woke up, I thought that this is going to be the same usual laughing and stuff like that. Only for me to arrive at the car and there was a new driver. So one of the guys who was in the car, he was asked to drive the car. So this other guy who used to make fun of me, he was sacked from job. So there is something they found that he did, and he was sacked from work. So now they chose somebody else who was also a very nice lad, by the way. He was asked to drive the car. So I have never seen that guy since that time. He was fired. You see, there is a problem about speaking negatively about some people. Very good people, I'm talking about good people. Sometimes you can speak negatively to an evil person, okay? But a good person, when you start speaking negatively against a good person, you're going to be the one that is going to get hurt. So the universe slowly removed this guy. The universe removed him from the group and he got fired. Me, I stayed there working. From that day forwards, there was no problem. He was a very, very toxic fella. So I kept on working. Everything was okay. There was no problems until I left that job. Everything was normal. What really is happening when a person talks negatively of you, especially if you know you did not do anything to them, I'll tell you what really happens. There's a very big amount of energy that you're lifting off of that person. there's a big energy you are lifting off of that person unconsciously. You don't even know that. Okay? So whatever burden they have been dealing with, you are now lifting that energy off of them. And that energy is going to stay with you. Before you know it, can I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to start receiving the consequences. It will not take you a while. So this video is for the people, okay, individuals out there who are, you don't know what to do with these smear campaigns, okay? It's not something new to you. You're hearing your name in the corridors. You're hearing all this BS that they're talking about. You don't fight with it. Do not fight with it. Don't answer back. Don't explain yourself. If it's possible, me what I did actually, even you cut off those flying monkeys, because whoever is ready to listen, they're not on your side. Anybody who is ready to listen to BS that is being said about somebody else, and those people join the team to further destroy your name, that person is part of the team, and you also, as much as you have released that individual, that person also should go. Person or people, let them go. Because you see, I'll tell you what is really happening. When a person smears your name, narcissist, let's be specific. When a narcissist smears your name, that thing is going to sit in your chest. You're going to feel like there's a very, very big load you're carrying, okay? You don't know how to deal with it. It is happening very fast because smear campaigns, they happen very fast. You guys know that information travels very fast. Within a day or two, the whole community knows about you. People are standing against you. Your name has been thrown in the mud. You're finding a way, how can you defend yourself? You don't have a way to defend yourself because they have created all these blockages. What really happens is you now start to feel some kind of a way. And it's a very uncomfortable feeling. But usually what is happening spiritually, even if you don't see it, is what I've told you. Don't defend yourself. Don't fire back. Look the other way. Okay? Keep on standing and moving in your authentic self. What is really happening is that energy that they are throwing towards you, it does not have a host because you're not bothered with it. So whatever energy they're throwing against you or towards your way, it doesn't have a host because you're not reacting to it. If you react to it, that is a different story. But if you do not react, the energy doesn't have a host. And on top of that, spiritually, those guys, what they don't understand is that there's some energy that they're removing from you. All that pain that you may be going through at that time because you're hurting, because you're hearing all these negative things against you. So all those feelings and energy that you're feeling at that time, they are being transferred onto somebody else. They are being transferred onto the people and the person that caused that problem in the first place. So that's why you see those guys, they start suffering, you know? I've told you guys many times, chosen people, those are the guys you don't want to deal with, you know? Those people, they may look very simple. You may think that they're the kind of guys you're going to take for a ride, and sometimes they will allow you to do it. They'll let you take the lead and take them on a ride. But that ride isn't going to go very far, ladies and gentlemen, before you start suffering the consequences. Those people, those are God's people. Okay? Anything you do against a beautiful soul, you are going to hurt yourself. That is one thing what I know. So guys, let us know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.